wearable health technology, and it's allowing people now to monitor their health in real time with potentially life-saving information at their fingertips.
And we're talking heart health, sleep quality. Well, tech giant Apple now adding women's reproductive health as a brand new feature on their Apple Watch Series 8 that can help track women's fertility.
Exactly, and joining us now on this for more is Dr. Sumbul Desai, Apple's Vice President of Health. Thank you so much for joining us. I am applauding, as TJ said, finally able to track reproductive health. I've said before, a woman's menstrual cycle is literally a vital sign. But this new watch has technology that helps with pretty kind of high-level temperature sensing. We referred to it as BBT, basal body temperature, to track fertility, ovulation. Explain how it works and how accurate it is.
So the three new features that we introduced, first was temperature sensing. So we can now allow for users to note changes from their nightly temperature. And what that can do is allow for users to understand things like if they're developing a fever or if they're overtrained or, fatigue or jet lag. And then second is retrospective ovulation. And so now users can be notified, for those who ovulate, if they have ovulated retrospectively. And the way we do that is we actually look at small changes in your temperature overnight by simply wearing your Apple Watch overnight, as small as 0.1 degrees Celsius that occurs during, as you know, the biphasic shift. And when that temperature increases post the biphasic shift, we will notify you retrospectively if you've ovulated. And what we did is we actually studied it with Ground Truth, which is the ovulation predictor kit. So in all of our studies, we had a number of participants, hundreds of participants, where we measured against Ground Truth to make sure that that is an accurate notification. And then the third thing we actually introduced is cycle deviations. And the reason I'm so excited about that is that actually was definitely a byproduct of the work that we've done with the Apple Women's Health Study. And what we found in that study is 16% of individuals actually had clinically meaningful cycle deviations. And so what that means is if they're bleeding abnormally or too long, we can now notify you if you log your cycle data and notify you so you can do something about it. And that's often a sign of things like hypothyroidism or issues with PCOS. So it's just another way to empower more users around their health.
You mentioned obviously accuracy being important, but also privacy.
Yep.
And there are privacy concerns, more so than normal, with the Roe v. Wade being overturned. A lot of women feel like if they put this data into their watch and it's out there, that they could be subject to some sort of scrutiny. There are real concerns among women. What would you say to them?
Apple simply cannot access your health data. And let me tell you how we do that. So we do two things. So one, with your Touch ID, your passcode or Face ID, your health data is encrypted on device on your phone. And if you choose to sync your health data to iCloud with two-factor authentication and a passcode, the data is encrypted end-to-end, which means Apple cannot read that data. And the user is in complete control of who they choose to share their data with. It's only done with their explicit permission, and they have granular control over the types of data you can share.
Well, so important.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Next, it will track our hot flashes.
No one wants to know that. All right, Dr. Desai, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.